So what if... Oh gosh. Been watching all of this. I don't know where I've been. I don't know what I've been doing. What if the whole thing is like, I don't know, Donald Trump. I gotta talk about Trump, but I want to talk about other things too. Stuff. Mainly, no, I don't want to talk about anything. I don't even. Why am I doing this? Donald Trump. I don't know. It's Donald Trump, innit? I think. Where do you even begin when, first of all, I'm not kind of a big YouTube celebrity. I don't know about algorithms. I don't know about memeing. I don't know about top kek, and I don't know about praising kek, and I don't know about all of that stuff. And I don't really even have a proper camera. I don't have anything. I remember, I think the only video on this channel that's got like half decent views is when I tagged. I don't even know if I don't know how to tag Armored Skeptic, and I think I kind of like briefly came up on his radar, but very kind of peripheral for a big YouTube celebrity. And then I can't remember what I was talking about. Armored Skeptic. Yeah, it's the only video I got like 320 views, something like that. So this kind of video is not gonna get any views, but that video in particular was about MGTOW. I'm talking about Donald Trump. I don't know anything about Donald Trump. I don't have his book or anything, and I don't know about this guy, So, the art of the deal, thinking big, and the guy's lost more money than most people have made in their lifetime, and people kind of cite this as being some kind of bad thing, like, oh, he's lost $1 billion. Yeah, but he made that $1 billion to lose, so it was his money to lose. So if I've got like £10 in my hand and I just decide to throw it away, that was my money to throw away. People are gonna chastise that, and I think about that when I see people on the fruit machines in the pub. Yeah, and I see them just putting money in, and they're rolling out 20s, 50s. It's all going to this machine. I'm like, all of that money could be spent on drink. They're in the pub. They got 1 pint, and they're putting all of this money into the machines, and it's like money. Whoa, I've won £20, but you put 60 in, so you're not making any money back. So yeah, but it's their money to lose. You see, if they want to put it into the machine and they lose, and it's theirs to do that. He's smart enough to be able to make that money and lose that money. That's what people do. But he's also smart enough to be able to actually become the president of the United States of America. And people hate him for it. People genuinely hate him for it. And I don't know why. This guy, as far as I can tell, is the American dream embodiment. The embodiment of the American dream. And he symbolises that as much as Obama did. Like, Obama was the first black president. It was a monumental occasion. And one day, America will have its first female president. It's as simple as that. You know, one day there will be a candidate worthy enough, smart enough, politically savvy enough to be able to become the first female prime minister. But that is not Hillary Clinton. Like, that is not Hillary Clinton, man. And, you know, maybe whoever, there's, you know, people are already kind of putting forward to their next thing. Democrats are gonna keep pushing. But, yeah, he's the embodiment of the American dream. And you can say he's a billionaire and he's rich and he's privileged and all that, which is true. But even so, he did work. You know, he worked and he did lose a lot of money, and he's lost so many businesses that have gone bust, and he's never let that stop him. That's the kind of working spirit that America embodies. To become, to lose, to fail. And there's a saying that the master has failed more times than the student has tried, and that is Trump. He's failed so many times, but he's failed himself all the way to the top. That's it. It's as simple as that. If you want to argue with that, fine. Then you're arguing with the President of the United States, and I just don't even know what the point of that would be. You know, sure, you know, picking on big guys, you know, but this isn't prison and stuff like that, you know. It's like, you know, oh, we're in prison now. No, man. Oh, and come on, right? I get it, yeah, I totally understand. But if you're young, I mean, thinking ahead, I get it. If you're young and you've never been in an election before, Donald Trump becoming president when, you know, maybe you're 20, maybe you're young, maybe you don't know what politics is like and how bad it can be and how miserable politics really actually is. But I'm quite old. I'm like 60, and like, fucking, I've been through so many prime ministers, right? I mean, presidents, right? And like, I remember Clinton was the fucking man, and they impeached him, right? And he is a rapist, man. He's a fucking genuine fucking rapist. Fucking nasty. Like, Hillary is nasty. And he became the president. And then there was Bush, and I was there for Bush Senior as well, man. I remember Bush Senior. What a champion. Fucking I was there with Reagan too, man. Fuck me, man. Like, I'm old, man. And every fucking election is literally this, yeah? The same puppet. It's the same regime, it's just a different puppet. I don't even, you know? So maybe if this is your first election, I can totally understand why it can seem like it's the end of the world. But it's not the end of the world. It's another presidential puppet being elected because he basically bought his golden ticket to the White House. That's what he did, yeah? And he cashed it in. It's as simple as that. Right? So if this is your first election and you lost, then, you know, you come back next year and you try again, you know, I mean, in 8 years' time. Fucking come on, man. Like, the way that the left, liberal people have been dealing with this loss, not even dealing with the loss, but dealing with the fight in particular, is monumentally fucking stupid, yeah? Like, I've never seen a victory, like, and I love that the Falcons-Patriots game symbolised that whole bloody thing. Like, you were 21 points up. You should have won. How the fuck did you lose so badly, yeah? But you did. You fucking lost, right? And no, it shouldn't have, it must have felt like unfair. It must have felt so unfair, yeah? But anybody who's lived a little bit, yeah, who's experienced loss, who's experienced defeat, and lost $1 billion in a year, right, will understand that just because you're winning doesn't mean you can't lose. Just because you lose doesn't mean you can't win, yeah? That's what he embodies. That is what the American dream embodies. But actually, here's what it is, yeah? When we talk about America, we're not talking necessarily even about the people who are living in the country, right? We're talking about the American dream. It's a dream. So when anybody's dream comes true, that's something to be celebrated. It's as simple as that. Right? Obama's dream came true when we celebrated that. Bush's dream came true. And you know what, right? People, I look back on George Bush with really fond memories, actually, because he was fucking funny. He was a clown, man. Like, he did some genuinely fucking incredible things. He went dancing in Africa, and he did some really weird dance. He made some incredibly messed up speeches. It was great. He was great, yeah? He made me laugh. He made a time, and he said he was a war president. He totally was, because at a time when everybody was really fucking afraid and really, really fucking scared, yeah, along came this complete and utter clown like George W. Bush. It just made me laugh, you know, because actually that's all we've got, and Trump is much the same. This is really dark time for humanity in general, right? It's a time of change, of transition, of transformation, of evolution. Yeah, evolution doesn't stop. Like, it hasn't stopped. Like, just because right now in this point in time, yeah, just because at this point in time humankind happens to be at the apex of the world and is destroying it, by the way, just like George Carlin said, in a few 100,000 years the earth is just going to get bored of us and just shake us off like a bad cold. So people are worried about climate change, but again, if you're a scientist and you're talking about,
the time is 3 a.m.
Thank you, clock. If you're talking about the thing about climate change and you're a scientist, you know about planetary wobbles, you know about infinitesimal kind of planetary orbits, yeah? You know that we've been through several ice ages. Talking about, like, human race might be in danger? Oh, fucking no. Boo-hoo. The planet doesn't give a shit about you. It doesn't give a shit about you. It doesn't give a shit about anything. It's a fucking... There's a character in the comics called Ego, and it's just a living planet. And anybody that comes onto the living planet or is an expression of this living planet is just that. It's just an expression of the living planet at that moment in time. And the Earth has been around for billions of years, man. You know, and it's not going to be around forever either. The Earth is a finite creation that will eventually one day die. When the sun gets bored of just being the sun and just explodes and shit, or collapses into a black hole, or whatever it decides to do. And lots of scientists will say this, and you know, but right now it might seem like it's a really dire situation. It might seem like the worst thing ever. But you know what? That's your greed, that's your ignorance, and that's your stupidity, right? Because as a human being, all we care about is what's putting in our mouth right now. If you're a baby, if you're a child, if you're one of these idiots going around punching Nazis, you're a fucking idiot, yeah? Stupid. Because just genuinely World War veterans who are still alive, who had to fight genuine fucking Nazis, right? And you discredit them, right? And you're making a mockery of the peace that they actually fought to create. Yeah, the world that you're living in now is because of the sacrifices they made, and you are pissing on their graves, and it is disgraceful. You should be ashamed of yourselves. How fucking dare you? Who do you think you are? Right. So, all of that aside, yeah, like, the only thing is, we struggle, everybody struggles, right? And Will Smith made this really beautiful film, and I can't remember what it was called, but he was this gay guy, and he was homeless, and he was talking to a rich guy who'd hired him out as a rent boy, and I can't remember the name of the film. It's really beautiful, but there's a just always stuck in my mind, because he said, we're all struggling, we're just on different levels. And yeah, you know, he might be the president of the United States, but look what he's going through. You know, that level of mental abuse coming from millions of people across the world, that's going to affect you. I've seen YouTubers, famous YouTubers, who've got like 2 million views, 2 million subscribers, and they're really, really happy, and then all of a sudden one thing goes wrong, yeah, and all of a sudden they get like a comment section full of hate, and they're suicidal, and they're crying on the internet, and all of this shit. You might be on top right now, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be having a good time. Yeah? There's a Guns N' Roses lyric, oh, just because you're winning doesn't mean you're the lucky one. Doesn't mean you're the lucky one. He's not a lucky man. He's the president of the United States. Every single president goes into the presidency and comes out like a disheveled man. You know? So, no, he's not lucky. He's got a real fight for the next 8 years. Right? And people should be supporting him, because regardless, he's going to get things wrong. There is not a single person on this planet that is going to get things right. We are all fucking human beings. It's as simple as that. Right? Our ego thinks that we're special. Yeah, we think we're special, but we're not. Like, the earth doesn't give a flying fuck about us. Right? We've got a brain that's advanced. Our advanced intellect has given us this upper edge, this cutting edge, right, against things. But if you went out, I love it, if you went out into the woods on your own, I think about 90% of human beings probably just would die like that. They just couldn't survive. You know, modern human beings are weak, are soft, and we talk about, you know, you've got all of this intellect. So when you see intellectuals, yeah, and you know, you got Tesla, who's building rockets to the Mars and rockets to the moon, and self-driving cars and artificial intelligence and all of this stuff, yeah? And then there's some guys on Facebook going, oh, I don't know about that. No, mate, you're not a genius. He is a genius. He doesn't just know these things, he builds them with his hands, right? He actually is able to do things like that. When you see people making art who do these things, incredible things, yeah, the computer that I'm using now, all of that, right? People who are genuinely fucking geniuses create this stuff, yeah? They count for about 2% of the population. Seriously, there's not a lot of human beings who can be considered evolved. Those 2% are evolved human beings. Evolution doesn't stop. It does not stop. Right? In 100,000 years time, this 2% of human beings who are at the apex of the humanity now, the next generation and the generation after, there's going to be another 2% of that and another 2% of that. That's where the phrase comes from, the cream of the crop, because the cream always rises to the top. That's where you take the skimmings, cream of the crop, right? That is what evolution is about. That is life. And if you don't like it, I can completely understand, because I don't like it either. I probably won't even get more than one view on this, and it will probably be mine. And here's the thing. This is a rant, you know, it's like not a 20-minute video rant. Like I say, I'm like a trans woman. I'm half Indian, come from a Jewish background. I come from England. And I grew up with racism in my life. I grew up with homophobia in my life. I grew up with sexism in my life. I grew up with rape in my life. I grew up with all of this shit in my life. And the left, the liberal, Democrat, LGBT, feminist ideology said, hey, we've got your back, and now I've got a knife in mine. Fuck you, you cunts. Yeah? Literally walking down the Women's March, bunch of cunts, yeah? So I'm going to take that knife out of my back, and I'm just going to put it in the drawer with the rest of them, yeah? Because fuck you. And I don't know what else I can really say or do, you know? Like, I'm so disappointed in what I would be considered my side of the argument, yeah? The people who were supposed to represent me, but they don't represent me at all. But then neither do the fucking right. That's why I'm a centrist, because I can't go to the left and I can't go to the right. I'm right in the middle, yeah? I'm a centrist, yeah? Because I can't go in either direction. Heaven doesn't want me, hell doesn't want me, nobody fucking wants me, right? So in the past year, so many people have actually come out who I've been thankful for, and actually Donald Trump was one of them, yeah? Because I didn't know who the fuck, what was going on. I was surrounded by morons, yeah? And I tagged Armored Skeptic, and I tagged a few other people, and I followed so many people who I considered to be central, who I considered to be funny, who I considered to be intelligent, smart, witty, you know, trying to keep that fucking humanity alive, yeah? So that's why. And like, seriously, yeah, you make fun of these people, like, they're the ones in the first place who felt like there was no hope when Donald Trump came out and said we're gonna make America great again. It gave everybody hope. Now Obama ran his whole campaign on hope. Do you not remember that? He ran his whole fucking campaign on hope. And when there was none left, literally none left, for these people who, I'm being called a homophobic, racist bigot. How the fuck, man? You're fucking stupid. There was no hope, because on it just seemed like everybody on the left was completely fucking retarded, and everybody on the right was a complete and utter fucking fascist, yeah? And both of them seemed to want me dead. And out of nowhere, just Trump was just like, no, we're gonna make America great again. And I was like, yeah, fuck, man, I'm up for that. I'm up for like fucking having a fucking good time. I'm up for fucking living life, man. I'm up for having fun. I'm up for everything, yeah? What I'm not up for is violence and aggression. Fucking thought police. Are you fucking kidding me? This is not 1984, man. It's 2017. It's current year. It's current year. I'm not, you know. So like yeah, man, this is like the proper most like ranty video I've done, and I think I just I don't have much else to say. Basically, yeah. Long live the president, man. Oh yeah, no, that was the last thing. I got into an argument now about freaking Trump again, and people protesting Trump. I live in the United Kingdom. I said, where the fuck were you? You're there out there protesting Trump, yeah, tagging up Trump, fucking smashing up universities, punching Nazis and all of this shit. I said, where the fuck were you when Theresa May was elected Prime Minister? Where were you when Brexit was being enforced? Where the fuck were you then? Yeah? Are you gonna smash up universities, right? But then the real fucking criminals, like the paedophile ring that got busted, and all of this shit that's going on in our country. No, it's not Cliff Richard, yeah? I mean, the genuine fucking shit that's going on. You're not fighting them, are you? You know? Because they don't, because they're going to fight back. It's not inanimate objects. And they're powerful people with actual, real ability to be able to control and hurt your life in very real ways. So no, you're not going to pick a fight with them, are you? But here's the thing, you banded together into this ball of hate, and you've directed it at the wrong people. You should be directing it at the actual people that need taking down, right? So do that. I could support that. I could genuinely support that if you went out and actually fucking stopped all of the rapes and the murders. Actually did that instead of smashing up universities and fucking calling people fascist and Nazi because they don't believe with what you think in your head. No. No. I can't be down with that. So yeah, fuck it. 26 minutes, that's my rant. But yeah. And I guess I'm gonna tag lots of people in this as well, because there's been so many people that kind of like some black guy, I followed him, and then there was Pyro guy, and then there was I'm a Skeptic, and then there was like Shoeonhead, and then there was like, like the peach girl person, and then there's so many other people that I've been like following and stuff like that. I don't even know their names and I don't even know their tags. I'm like, oh. But yeah, these are the people, and I will tag them in the video, because these are the people that I've been following that have been talking sanity. Yeah, so if you are watching this video and you are thinking, oh well, how did she come to these conclusions? I didn't come to these conclusions on my own. Like, this was like a kind of like a collective, like, what the fuck. Yeah. And when I was going through this, I was going through it on my own. They had a community around them, but I was doing this on my own. So this was kind of like whole kind of like coming into my head. But these are the people that I was watching who I felt alone, and these people were like, I felt in my head like I didn't have anybody who understood what I was going through, what was going on in my head. These are the people who were speaking what I was thinking. So I'm not always very eloquent with my words, and I'm not always able to kind of like, convey what I'm trying to say and all of this stuff. And these people, they're good, yeah? They're intelligent, they're smart, they're informed, and, they've been holding up the real, like, solid foundations of our culture, yeah? Of being funny, of being cool, of being, like, chilled, relaxed. Like, you live once, as far as we know, where we live once, yeah? So we can argue about immortality all we want, but as far as we know, it's one life, one chance, one love, right, to make it right. So do it. Be peaceful. Be the change you want to see. Yeah? Don't be the fucking arsehole. Like, I'm an arsehole. Don't be that guy, man. Don't be a fucking arsehole, yeah? Yeah. Be like Armored Skeptic. Be like Shoeonhead. Be like some black guy. Be cool. Be chill. Be funny. Be smart. Be safe. Be happy. Live a good life. Don't punch people in the fucking face. Don't be violent. Love one another. 30-minute video. Peace.